Hey YouTubers, we're at another day here, going to be working on the truck because we're actually coming kind of to an end. It's next Friday, well, Tuesday, taking the tires and wheels and going to have them mounted. And then next Friday, I have an appointment down at the alignment shop down in Des Moines. Get the alignment done. So, and get to driving this thing here pretty quick. So today I'm going to try to tidy up little things, get it ready to hit the road a little bit. Mainly today I want to get the wheel wells. If you remember how I did that bracket, I need to get this radio turned off or I won't be able to post my video because they'll say I have a copyright thingamajigger. Remember how I did that inner wheel well? I didn't put the put my pop in the fridge. That inner wheelhouse, I didn't put that in there because that's pretty much what makes those your box sides rust out to begin with. So if you remember, I put that little bracket piece up in there. And so I need to figure out how to, I don't remember what the hell I was coming over here for. I got this pile of these inner splash shield plastic, poly, whatever the hell these are made out of things. I don't know if these are just out of this truck or out of two trucks. Anyway, somehow I'm going to cobble those together to fit up inside the wheel well so I can keep shit from going all up inside there and rusting the thing out again. So I'm going to do that. I want to get the interior, and I guess it is pretty well buttoned up. Some of the side things, they aren't, I don't have this put back together yet. I'm going to do that. I've got a headliner. I don't have the material on it that I want, but I may go ahead and stick that in here because this one's shot. So yeah, I want to get that done. I'd like to paint this tailgate this weekend, although it's not extremely critical. It's supposed to storm tonight. It's fairly warm right now. It's really nice out. It's, I don't know what it is, probably mid-70s, 80 right now. Really nice day. Started off pretty cool, but supposed to get some nasty storms. You probably heard on the news down south of us, down in Oklahoma and Kansas and so forth, and I did spray my weeds out here. I just got done doing that. Anyway, they had all those tornadoes and shit, and I guess it's our turn tonight, so we'll see what tonight brings. So tomorrow may not be a very good day for painting, being that it's probably going to be really humid and might be raining, so I don't know. It's already almost 2 o'clock. I've been kind of busy so far today. My sister came over, had to help her. She needed to apply a sheet of plywood. And just other things going on today. I haven't had a chance to work on my truck yet. So I'm going to get busy doing that. Somehow I got to, not somehow, I've just got to get the front one back up inside there too. These, the inner plastic piece. And I went to, this past week I went to Home Depot and got me some self-tapping number 10s or 8s, some self-drilling screws. Put some new ones of those up in there. I may paint the heads up in black, I don't know. And then I got some of these to screw. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just got those in case I need to screw into that bracket that I put in the back or whatever. But anyway, that's what I'm doing. Today I want to get this thing ready so I can get my new wheels and tires on and get the front end aligned and actually start driving it because I think she's about ready. Once I get the wheels and tires on, it'll be next weekend. I'm going to be, actually before I put the wheels and tires on, probably I'm going to put new wheel bearings in the front, both inner and outer, and races. So that'll be next weekend's video or one of the videos for next weekend. But this weekend, basically, I just want to get this thing put together so I can drive it down to Des Moines and get the alignment done and drive her back home. Gosh, she hasn't been driven anywhere except for, you know, a couple mile jaunts here for the last couple of years. So I kind of like to get it out today and drive it around a little bit, or at least sometime this week take it for a little drive or something. But I don't want to drive it too much because the front end's way out of alignment. It doesn't, the toe end, I think I actually got it pretty good just by sight, but the camber's way off. It's actually the bottom of the tire is lazy dog. The bottom of the tire is sticking out on both sides. I could probably do that myself. It's got adjustable camber bushings, but I mean, it's not too bad. All it's going to do is wear the inside of the tires a little bit, and I'm putting new tires on anyway, and I'm not driving far enough to probably even notice, so I'm not going to mess with it. I'll let them do that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I need to put my emblems back on, but that's not extremely critical at the moment. So anyway, I'm going to get started trying to figure this little puzzle out, and I will let you know how things are going here shortly. Well, YouTubers, it's been one of those days. Pretty much got everything done I wanted to do. Interior's all put together, needs a thorough cleaning. Really dusty and so forth, but I took it for a good drive. I took it over to my mom's today, stopped in and saw her on Mother's Day, and everything was fine. And then I took it, just took it for a little drive, maybe 10 miles or so, and it was smoking, but it wasn't coming out the tailpipe. I could tell that. So I got it home, and it was leaking some oil around the timing cover. Remember that little bitch? It looked like it was leaking where it meets the pan right down here on this seal, about right there where that glob of shit is. And so I checked the torque on the bolts, and I gave them I snugged them just hardly any, just a little tiny bit. And it hasn't leaked since. It was also leaking back here in the back. I'm not going to take you under here, but you know, I don't think you'll be able to hear me. But anyway, right back towards the back of the pan, over on the driver's side. At first I thought it was where my dipstick tube, I have a new dipstick, and when I put new exhaust manifold bolts in, I'm going to replace that because this one's broke. Right, you can see the end of it down there. Well, right down there. Not connected. It's kind of loose, and I thought, well, maybe it's leaking around that hole where it goes down into the pan, and it might be, but I don't think so. And then it dawned on me, you know, I just changed oil in this and haven't really run it, you know, even though it was a week or two ago. And when you change oil in it, you take that oil filter out, and where does it go? Well, take that oil filter out. You can't see it. Yeah. Anyway, oil goes right down the right-hand side of the pan. And it's filled it back a little bit, so I wonder if oil has just kind of run down there and gotten on stuff, and it finally got hot enough and started smoking. That's about all I can come up with. It's not leaking. It looked like it was leaking right there, just barely. And I haven't seen anything come out of that. I've had it running probably a good 15-20 minutes now. It's well to operating temperature. first started it back there in the back of the flashlight in my pocket. In the back of the pan, the exhaust pipe right there had, I think it just had some oil on it, and it was smoking just a little bit. But I haven't been able to get it to do anything since. So whatever it is, if it's anything, it's really small. And as long as I've let this thing sit here like this, and I've revved it up pretty good several times, it's not blowing anything out the tailpipe and not smoking, not doing anything. I think it's either just one of them deals, or there had been some oil sitting on some things from when I changed oil, and I hadn't really driven, because I changed it cold, and I did drive it last week just a little bit, just a couple of miles, not very far. I didn't let it get good and warm, or not real warm like now. I mean, it's actually heating my shop up. So everything's looking good, except my airbag light that's been going off for the last 16 years. 261,000. I think there's a couple of bulbs in my cluster here that need replaced, but that might be a pain to do, I'm not sure. But so I don't know. I think it must have just been one of them fluke deals or something. Hell, I don't know. Scheduled to get the front end line on Friday. Gonna have the tires mounted, balanced Tuesday. That looks like a little leak, but it's not. That's not. Right at the very 6 o'clock on the black side of the right. My finger in my viewfinder thing. Anyway, it's not. It's a little piece of metal hanging down off of that thing. So that's not leaking. All this sludgy looking shit, most of that was from before, and it's just getting warmed up from the heat of the engine, I believe. One other thing, my darn fit won't line. I can't get the nut on any farther than that. So I can't put it's not a capsule nut, so I can't put a cotter pin in there or anything. Anybody have an answer for that? I'll have them working harder to fix it when they do the alignment, but I don't really like driving it that way. Darn thing would fall off, you kind of be screwed. But anyway, I guess we're good to go. Shit, if the weather cooperates, I'm going to take it out again and see what happens. But as of right now, I don't see any leaks anywhere. Sits here and just idles like a kitten. Needs a little more rumble, which she'll get. I still want to do true duals, no cats. True duals with a H crossover pipe and no cats. But I don't think there's any muffler shop that would do that. So somebody had mentioned on an online forum about bike kits from like Summit and somewhere else. I don't know. You can do that yourself. That wouldn't be so bad if they actually fit. But yeah, I don't know. I guess we're good to go. He's not leaking, not smoking, not. That's dry. So guess that's that. Probably been running, God, I bet it's been running 20 or 25 minutes now. I'm gonna shut her down. So that's that. Anyway, wasn't a whole lot going on in this video today. I've kind of been fighting this thing all day. I don't know, just nothing really seemed to want to work right, but I got her put all back together and she's ready to go to the alignment shop as far as I'm concerned, and then we'll figure it out from there. Get these bad boys mounted up day after tomorrow. Tires and wheels, that'll look sharp, and get the alignment done, and I hope start driving her. So anyway, well, I'll throw this up online. You kind of know what's going on anyway. Shit, I was gonna try to put my emblems on. I could do that. I can do that today still, or tomorrow or something. I don't know. Not a big deal if I don't get them on there right now. But I'm gonna get my toolbox out too. I wanna get that polished up. But anyway, I'll stop rambling. Sorry it wasn't a real exciting video, but please subscribe. There will be much better to come. Got a lot left to do to this, and plans coming down the pike here. So needs a bath. It's got a lot of speckles on it, which are just, it's a rubbing compound splatter. Got my beautiful windshield wipers on. But anyway, well, I'll leave it at that. So please subscribe and send all your friends. So till next time, see you then. Bye bye.